try to reward him before he sits because I don't want him to think this has anything to do with sit. Benny, can you call these guys over to you for a second?
Hey.
Here. Bowie! Yes, good job. Okay, treats always remain hidden behind my back, or say just like in a neutral position, like in a pocket, until the dog completes the behavior. Bowie! Yes, good job. Good boy. Bowie! And again, if he sits, that's okay, but I don't want this to be about sit. In fact, I would kind of prefer that I could reward him before he sits, because otherwise he's going to think this is about sitting, and it really doesn't have anything to do with that. Let's go. Over here. Go find that. Bowie! Okay, so kind of walked over, looked for other distractions. What I would probably do at home is I would put him on a leash so he couldn't wander around too far. I would actually start practicing this in an indoor area where there's no other distractions. Bowie! Yes, good job. Good job. He's also really tired right now, so this is not helping my my training. I want to make sure that I train when a dog is not overly amped, but they're pretty energetic, helps with their thinking mind, and that they're hungry, okay? So don't practice after you've had a meal. I would do name game 5 or 6 times right before each meal. That means you're getting at least 10 repetitions in a day, and then like maybe another 1 or 2 times during the day. 5 to 10 repetitions in a row of anything is a lot for a puppy, okay? All right, so the next foundation skill that I want you to work on this week is called hand targeting. Okay, I'm going to demo it, and then I'm going to tell you why we use it. Right? Bowie! Up, up, up. Touch. Yes. Touch. Yes. Touch. Touch. Yes. Touch. Touch. Yes. Touch. Okay, he didn't do what I wanted him to do. The touch game is that he takes his nose and he bonks it to the palm of my hand. And then I'm going to do a few more reps, and then I'm going to show you, or I'm going to explain to you why we use this. Bowie! Touch! Yes. Now, most dogs just, out of curiosity, when I put my hand out to the side, touch at nose level, yes. They're going to come and they're going to sniff it, and then they get rewarded, and they'll start to figure out that touch means come over and touch my hand. Touch. Yes. Again, I prefer that the dog not be sitting. Touch. Yes. And that I try to get the treats to him before he sits. Bowie! Up, up, up. Touch. Yes. He's got a quick sit though. Right here. Bowie. Touch. Yes. There you go. Bowie! Touch. Yes. Okay, you notice that when I have him touch my hand, he comes out, he touches it, and then I reward right in front of that target hand. Okay, so the target hand is the hand that I've asked him to touch. It's going to come out to the side of me. Don't be really, if you're too nonchalant, like it's right here, it's sort of too close to your body, the dog isn't usually as interested in investigating. Okay, so let's try it again. I'm just going to move this because I think he keeps wanting to sit because it's nice and cozy on that. Oh, touch. Yes. Okay, so that hand is touch, comes out to the side. All right, so what can we do? What do we use hand targeting for? We use it to focus the dog. Kind of like the name game, but it gives them something really active to do. So if, for instance, I'm going to call Darla over here. Darla, hi. Okay, so another dog comes by. What's this? Oh, here's another dog. I'm going to try to refocus my dog. Touch. Bowie. Touch. Yes. Okay, I can refocus him. Bowie. Touch. Yes. I'm going to get him to look away from the other dog and do this. Whoa. And practice the touch game so that Eventually, when I'm out and about, no matter what is going on in that puppy's life, if I say touch, they're going to come running in. They're going to ignore everything else. If I'm on a leash and they see another dog barking, I want them to ignore it. I want them to ignore the person on the skateboard. Touch is something I can always do, and it's an active behavior that the dogs get really good at. So I want you to really focus this week on only those two things, touch and the name game, all right? You'll also have your written materials that you can review with, which can be helpful. So don't forget, you'll have that. All right, have a great weekend. Bye.
Hi, I wanted to give you guys just a little quick notes about what I was discussing in terms of hygiene. So, couple things. When you have a puppy like this, you should check their kind of that goo in their eyes almost every day. If it's really hard and crusty, I will put a little water on it, and then you should get some kind of little really fine tooth comb like this. This one's a little bit bigger, but so it's harder to use. And then, you know, it's not comfortable for them, but just really quickly brush, try to brush those little eye goos out, because if you don't do it regularly, it really irritates underneath the skin. So be careful about that. And then also, if Bowie's having looser stool, it tends to sort of collect right underneath the tail, and if you don't clean it off right away, then all the other fur kind of mats around it, and then it hardens, and it's really irritating for them. Also, just gross, because you don't want poop on their butt around your house. So so I just kind of check, like so what happened the other day, I noticed that he was really kept trying to scooch on his butt and seemed really like irritated. And so when I went to check, I saw that there was a ton of matted poo, and it was so hard that I really ended up having to just put him in the bath and get it really wet. And then I have like a rubber sort of thing with some knobbies on it that helps when you're shampooing them, and I just kind of like scrubbed it, lifted up lifted up his tail and sort of scrubbed in there, and then just kept rinsing until it was all cleaned out. So just the way to avoid having to do that is double check if he's got sort of a softer stool. You might have grooming wipes or something nearby that you just kind of clean it off with. That's probably the easiest thing to do. Gross, but not as gross as having his little butt filled with poop. So hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Bye.